Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Tower of God New World, and it is going to be an account review video. In this video we're going to review two more accounts, and the first one is the one of Hikigaya and the second one is the one sent to me by Lucas Soler. Yep. So both of these accounts are around floor 26. I think this one is 26, the other one should be 25 or so. Yeah, let's have a look at them. And again, as I did in the previous one, I will try not to waste too much time saying the same things over and over again. I will focus more on the things that are more unique to these accounts. So first, here we can already see the floor again, floor 26. Probably by the time this video is released, will be a little bit higher, but maybe not 27 yet. But yeah, let's have a look at the first theme, which is the yellow one. And for this one, I would say there is not much to do. Your core is already done. You don't necessarily need to take BAM to Rainbow 5, for now at least. And also afterwards, I don't know, there is always the the discussion between the Rainbow 4 BAM and the Rainbow 5 one. Because again, when you have a Rainbow 5 on BAM, your buff that gives the 80% attack and 80% defense to your highest attack unit is delayed a little bit, but yeah, I don't know, guys. That's up to you. I personally don't bother that much. I mean, I don't care that much. It's fine. I already had him at Rainbow 5 before I even thought that was a thing, so I didn't like uh, care too much about it. But again, that just means you don't necessarily need him at Rainbow 5, so it's an additional reason just to ignore him and to focus on other units. Let's move to the purple one. So for the purple team, I would say is already good. You don't necessarily have to focus on Kiseiya now. You already have her at level 6 rapport and 3 red. You might as well go all the way. And you also have a good Kun Mashini at 3 purple, which is actually really good, I would say. I don't have her personally. I don't know how good she is with that amount of investment, but for sure she's not going to be too weak. You can definitely use her here and there, so it's fine. And for sure you want to take Kunagir to Rainbow 5 because that guy's special skill is really good. Then you already have the plus 20 on Karaka, that's good, but definitely plus 30 would be a good addition, I would say. But again, up to you. At this point is a lower priority because you already have the ignition weapon, so it's okay. Then we have the red element. For this one is pretty much what I always say. So take Viol to 3 green, his exclusive equipment to plus 30 and his rapport to 6. And that's all. You already have Warion, you already have Xerxia, you don't necessarily need her at Rainbow 5 either, so you can just ignore her and you're fine. Then we have the blue element. For this one, again, is not invested basically at all. So I would say the usual priorities. You should go for Kunran first as your main carry, Bloodroad as a sub DPS and a unit that can pick some opponents, and then just take Blank to 3 red at the beginning. So those are your 3 core units. Don't bother with anyone else. Kurdan again could be an option, as I started saying in the past few videos, but yeah, I would say those 3 are just a solid core, and you will build more eventually when you will need them. Then we have green, and here you don't have a lot of dupes for the collab characters, so just ignore them altogether, and you're fine. You have Child Endorser to 3 red, which means you might as well take her to Rainbow 5, probably considering you have Kun Mashini at 3 purple. You could give a priority to Child Endorsi over Kiseiya, but that's up to you. I think in the wishlist part of the video I just said to go for Kiseiya first, but You might as well go with child endorsed, to be honest. Up to you. It doesn't really matter in the end. It's pretty much the same. And yeah, just the usual take the hard to 3 red. If we look at the links, good. You didn't overinvest in them. You have a lot of soul crystals, but yeah, just level, like limit break when you're close to the level cap, and that's it. All right, here we can already see the origin orb. And here, yellow is already okay. You need to max purple and red because those two are the ones you have the like best units for. First, purple, obviously, and then red. You are lacking a bit on the book side, I would say. Cannot tell for sure, but purple seems you don't have any, and here you might have some, but not sure. Then there is no picture for the other two trees, which I'm assuming they are not at this level yet, so you should just take them to the plus 50 accuracy after you've finished working on your purple and red trees. Then if we look at the Triassium facility, you are actually quite advanced here. You have a lot of uh, nodes already unlocked. You are really close. This one, like you have 7 missing, and okay, it's fine. The int one is probably the least important of the 3. But then you have this one, the dexterity one, really close, only 2 missing, and the strength one, only 1 missing. I mean, you might as well just invest a little bit of your soul crystals, like 1000 or 2000 max, to just get the additional essence or just the additional crystals for strength and dex to just try to unlock them and then go all in on the origin orb, I would say. Then we have the trial area. Here I feel like you didn't push as much as you could in these in the elements below. I don't know if you're having problems pushing or not, but I think you can easily reach more than 160, 170 on all elements and probably 10 more on the yellow one. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. There is no rush here. You're not going to get any benefits even if you push here. I mean, long-lasting benefits like pushing adventure will give you additional resources per minute. This one just has fixed resources and doesn't matter when you clear them, so it's fine. Then we have the wish list. And here, again, as I said before, I put Kiseiya in the 5 I would focus on. But yeah, you could swap her out with Child Endorse if you want. So I would say don't go for Romei necessarily. She's not a bad unit, but you don't need her at the moment. She comes in handy when you have multiple red teams, when you can split your red teams into 2. Then it's nice to have an additional support. But for just one team, Warion and Xexi are more than enough. You don't need to get more. Like, you don't need to get copies of Romei. You can just focus on getting copies of Kunran, Kunagero, Blarod, Blanc, and Kiseiya. Once they're finished, you can just swap one of them out for Sheldon Dorsey, or I don't know really. At this point, if you can get those units close to max, you're already good, I would say. Then the rest is just additional units that you can focus on if you really need to for specific content. If you feel like you're really lacking in boss content, maybe you can go with Cheonwa. If you're having issue against some specific teams, then you can build units that counter those teams. But yeah, overall, with those units maxed, you're already pretty solid overall. Then lastly, we have the black market. And for this one, I will just say the usual. So the 3 green viol is the cheapest one and is going to boost your red element a lot. Then just 3 red Zard and you're done. Everyone else afterwards is really up to you. I'm really liking Urek Orange 4, to be honest. That guy is a beast. But again, I'm not sure I would recommend him. Uh, like, they are really expensive units. It will take a lot of time to build them. So yeah, kind of up to you at that point. We will also see if there are new units released that don't need too much investment. But yeah, I would say Urek, Data Urek, Evankel, and yeah, basically those three are really solid DPS options. And yeah, I mentioned Data Urek as well because that guy actually has the same multipliers as Evankel in the special skill. And for sure, that guy is not a tank, he's just a DPS. So yeah, he needs a lot of investment, but he's actually good, I would say. So cool. Okay, this was all for this account. Let's just move on to the next one that was sent to me by Lucas. And this account is lower level here, we can see, so quite good progress, I would say. Floor 25 at 160 level is quite okay. And yeah, let's just have a look at the teams. For the yellow element, your core is done, so you don't need to build anyone else. You also don't need the last copy of BAM, but probably by the time this video comes out, you already have him at Rainbow 5, but it's fine, no problems. And the rest is fine. You probably invested too many resources in Data Urek uh, when he came out. I would say those resources would have been better spent on Karaka, to be honest, because if I'm not mistaken, your Karaka doesn't have the plus 30 exclusive equipment, but yeah, for the yellow element, you're fine. You just have the 3 core units built and you're done. You don't need anyone else. There is no one else really noteworthy here, so it's fine. The next element is the purple one, and here, again, pretty much the same things, just Karaka, exclusive equipment plus 30 and report 4, good. Kunagero, Rainbow 5, you're close, you're red 2, so it's okay. And report 4, then you can just get report 6 on Kiseiya and you're done. This element is really solid. And again here, you invested in the exclusive equipment of Gustang instead of Karaka. I wouldn't have done that because Gustang is a really expensive unit. Is good, to be honest. I really enjoy him. He's quite strong at 3 red, but that's only the point where you actually need the exclusive equipment, I would say. Otherwise, nothing really too important. Ah yeah, and also exclusive equipment plus 20 on Kunagero just for the ignition weapon, but that's less relevant than Karaka for sure. Next element is the red one, and here you invested a bit on Evankel, at least in terms of exclusive equipment. Again, Evankel is really expensive. I wouldn't bother too much. If you really want to use her, bare minimum, I would say 3 red, but then she dies really quickly. 4 orange is better, but even then you need to run her with the resistances set. And full rainbow is when she really starts to shine. But even at full rainbow, I would still use the magic resistance of slot 4 and physical resistance of slot 5. But yeah, for now, I would just say get the additional 2 copies of Viol to take him to 3 green. Level is exclusive equipment up and his report, and you're done. You already have Romei at 2 rainbow, you could take her to rainbow 5, and you can just ignore Xiaxia for now. They're pretty much like you can swap them out. You don't necessarily need to have both of them leveled up. Is fine. They have a similar role. They shine in different ways, but they're to me they're really similar. Probably Romei helps a little bit more in survivability and also has a bit more damage to her kit if you want to invest in her a bit. But yeah, Xiaxia just buffs the attack and also can provide energy. Not too bad. So they're both good. I wouldn't bother leveling both of them at the same time. Just focus on one and then ignore the other at the beginning. Then we have the blue element. And again, this one is one of the least invested one. And the usual is true here as well. So just focus on Kuran, Larode, and Blanc. No reason to invest in Urek at the moment, and no one else really. Just focus on those three when you want to build the blue team. Then we have green. For green, you don't have a lot of dupes for the collab unit, so just don't lever the exclusive achievements up and just ignore them. And yeah, your best bets are always Zahard 3 red and Sheldon Dorsey Rainbow 5. No changes here, so yeah. Then your links, you can just forget about these. They are good. You have SS in all of them and use your soul crystals in something else. And that something else is definitely the origin orb. I don't know why, but yeah, definitely at the very minimum, fully max the yellow tree because you need that +1. If you look at your links, you have all to 20 and 1 to 40. You are stuck on Shinsu at the moment. This is pretty much the point where you lack a lot of Shinsu. And that +1 will make all the difference, I can guarantee you. You definitely want to focus on that. So you spend your soul crystals here and you spend all the arena coins on the books and the books alone. Do not use them on the exclusive equipment extracts. That's pretty much mandatory. If you look at all your trees, they're in pretty bad shape. You definitely want to focus on them like first thing for all the elements. Take them all to +15 accuracy and take this one to the +10 swiftness. Definitely. That's the first thing you want to do. Then let's move on to the tree essence portion. For this one, you're close to the second wheel pretty much in all of them if I remember correctly. Yes. You are not too far away, but it doesn't really matter. You can just ignore it. Using the soul crystals on getting like the nodes of the origin orb is way more important, definitely. So just ignore it for now. Just use the crystals you're provided here and don't spend the soul crystals. Then for the trials, I would say it's fine. As I said before, it doesn't really matter. I might even tell you guys not to send me this page anymore because actually now that I think about it, there is not much to say here. No purpose. So just don't send it to me anymore. It's fine. I will also make a new format video for these account reviews because I'm working on a Discord channel. So I will make it public soon and you can then upload your account review requests directly there. Then here we have the wish list portion of the video, and here the units I would pull for are Kunran, Kunagero, Romei, Blanc, Blarod, and Sheldon Dorsey. There are more than 5, I'm aware, but just uh, put them in and swap them out as you see fit, I would say. Romei is really close to Rainbow 5, so to me, she has a lower priority than the other ones, to be honest. Just remove Xiaxia from this wish list, put Kuran in the leftmost spot, remove Bam if you don't already have him at Rainbow 5, obviously. Just remove him and add in Blanc and Blarod, I would say. Yeah, just remove Xiaxia and Bam and put in Blanc and Blarod. And in the leftmost spot, just put Kuran so you can get more copies of him. And that should be all for the wishlist part. And the black market, yeah, again, as I said, just go with 3 green Viol and then 3 red Zahard. Nothing else. Do not use your suspendium here. You're still lacking a lot of units in the standard banner, so go for that before you invest too much in the black market. Just use the tickets you are provided when you clear a floor. Then I forgot to mention the notes that you wrote to me. And you just said that you change plan very often and you didn't commit to anything specific, especially the SSR Plus. and that's fine. It's normal to change the focus here and there. You are not in a bad spot overall. You're just missing a few units. If some of them don't have enough investment, but I would say overall you're not in a bad spot. So that's okay. All right. I would say this was all. Let me check if there was an additional screenshot. No. And yeah. Okay, guys. Again, this was all for today's video. If you liked it, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.